Hello, people of the planet. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio, brought to you by Aurora Media. I'm your host. My name is Abby. Let's talk about Tuesday and a little bit about Monday. Oh, you guys, what a way to come back. We've all been waiting for Sunny's funeral because we saw this trailer like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. However long it's been now, it feels like months that we saw this teaser about it being Sunny's funeral. You guys, yesterday was really hard for me. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like the things that really hit home for me was like Jocelyn's grief and how she's struggling to cope right now. She's playing it in a different way than like I did when I was young and going through something similar, but you know, she's very cold and like calm on her exterior, and she's very anxious on the inside, waiting for the next death to come around the corner. And she thinks that like every time someone walks out of a room, it could be the last time she sees them, and she doesn't want to be, you know, I wrote it down, not used to being this person, always afraid and who anticipates the worst. You know, that's what she's doing. And oh man, I was like bawling through those episodes because like that's what I've lived through. So when you experience at a really young age like that death back to back to back to back, there's a trauma afterwards of like, or there can be. Yeah, so watching that yesterday, I was like, oh, so it's not good. So I had to like be in my feels about that yesterday. I ate pizza in bed. I did not watch it this way. I watched it over there. Because I was really excited for it to come back, and then I saw what was happening, and I was like, oh god. Oh, so that's what I'm gonna say. That's all I really want to say about yesterday. I'm really glad Christina's back. Yeah. That was a face. And who else? I think, yeah, that's all who popped up yesterday. But yeah, today let's talk about 1, 2, 3, 23 people? That's right. It could be wrong. I have Vaseline on my hands. I have been rubbing a bunch of lotion on, and now I'm at the Vaseline step because I did some serious sanding today, and my hands are terrible. I don't know if you can see the color, but anyway. So today, super rough. I'm so glad we saw Christina. I've already said all that, but let's talk about who wasn't there first, right? Alexis stayed back with Molly. No, Molly stayed back with Alexis, and you know, after she had drank, and I guess Molly didn't see her drink. She just saw her go, and she's like, I liked seeing it. I'm glad that they do these scenes, you know. I don't know what they call them, but like they do like the end the shocker take, and then they do like the revamp or whatever it is, like the next step take, because it's always different. And when Molly caught her yesterday, it was like it looked like she caught her. She was staring at her like, mm. And then today, it was different. She had her hand on the door, and she was standing a certain way, where it was like, in her question, her face, you could tell, I could tell almost instantly that like it looked like she hadn't caught her. Fucking actors, they're so good. So they talked for a second, and she said, "I'm really proud of you for keeping it together." And that's when she was like, "Okay, here's my tiny bottle." And then after the girls come in, and Molly gives her the benefit of the doubt and is like, "No, she confessed." They're like, "Well, okay, we love you. This is hard, blah, blah, blah." And she gives them each a bottle. It'd kind of be cute if they keep them, right? Like if Molly keeps her empty bottle, and Sam and Christina keep their full bottles, and if, Mom pisses them off one day because they relapse, just throw it at her. Ugh, terrible! I can see Christina doing it. So that was, I wanted to talk about Christina. I'm going to wait. Alexis, what the scene with Molly today showed me was that, yeah, I can't wait for them to use Molly. If this bitch is going to stay on, please keep this actress on. If she's not going to stay on forever, keep Molly, because like they need a lawyer like that. She's great. Oh, she's great. Just find someone great. Don't get rid of her. Don't let this little girl go. She's so good. Not little girl, young lady. She's my age, whatever. I think. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. But she's great. And I didn't write anything down about them. Like, besides seeing Molly be great, I think seeing Alexis go through this hardship, and I'm just like, I have no words because she's so mesmerizing. That's what I'm thinking about, is just watching Alexis, and during her like drunken day, she's a really good actress in my opinion. And the scene with Molly today, because Molly was really good. Like, man, she's showing off her lawyer skills. We haven't seen it, but like, of course, the family isn't so taken aback as I, the audience, because like they know she's gonna be good or whatever. And like Alexis was like, I'm gonna be one hell of a lawyer, but honestly, no matter what, I just want to drink right now. And when she says it, she says with a smile on her face, because like she's already had a drink and she already feels a little bit better. She already feels loose because she had that one drink. So she wants another one because she feels great. And that's alcoholism, right? Or that's how it starts. So poor thing. She's sitting there, and they just kind of bump heads together. And I'm thinking, like, how long is this going to go on? Like, Molly and Sam, Christina being there for her. We'll see, because like they've turned their back on her before, and she's trying, and this was a bump. Sam said there's gonna be bumps, so I mean, let's see if she drinks like the day after the fucking trial, right? That could happen. I don't know. This one, they're really taking this one down her like a path. This is a long storyline, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I was gonna say like a long road to journey, but whatever. I don't need to be vague about it. I just think they're taking this one a long time. It looks like she's not like overcoming it, I think, as quickly as she did when she was first becoming an alcoholic. This time feels a little more like drawn out. That's what. So, besides them, let's see, Laura and Brando and Cyrus were at the hospital, and she said, that was a chair. She says to Brando, "Oh, your boss is so heartless." He wasn't, and Brando didn't ask, is what they said. I'm kind of shocked that like that was the response. Was like Brando didn't ask. Well, like Cyrus would have asked. He would have asked by now. He would have told him by now. Like this would have been a conversation, right? Um, what? I don't know. I don't know why it comes down to like Brando didn't ask. Like, no, that's weird. That's a weird move for Cyrus. But Cyrus had already like taken the time out of his calendar to go to Sonny's funeral. What? No. So instead of not going to the funeral, he says to Laura, I need something between now and then. Why don't you have coffee with me? And he brings up, how she accidentally killed somebody and then how he accidentally killed his father. She's like, why do you keep bringing this up? Why do you keep bringing this up? And he was like, because I want you to think about me for a second in my shoes. So like what happened to you and you killed somebody, right? And like because my mom kicked me out and I had to like I left my family and nobody wanted to talk to me and I was like shunned and had to like deal with it by myself and like deemed this bad person. What happened with your case? She was like, well, my mom took the fall. Like, you already know the story. He's like, I do. She took the fall for you. And neither of you went to prison. And she was like, yeah, and I've regretted it. And, blah, blah, blah. And very defensive. She was like, what's your point? And he was like, yeah. Picture if you were in my position and, picture if your mother just told the police that you killed him. And kicked you out of the house and whatnot and shunned you, your whole family. Do you think you would have turned out the same way or your life would have been as easy? And Laura's kind of shaken by the thought and is like, no, definitely not. Probably not. Most likely not. Whatever she said. She's like, no, it would not. Or it definitely would not, is what she said. Something like that. It was very... Sorry, I keep hearing stuff. I think there's a dog in this kennel. It was over here, but anyway. He's just shuffling. I'm tripping. I thought he was like doing something. So, yeah. He was like, how would you feel? And she was like, I definitely would not. My life would not have turned out right. And I think there's something to that. If we think about Nell and Carly. Carly was on a slippery path. She eventually, I guess... I don't know. I haven't seen I might look online to like watch on the pits of YouTube, like Carly's coming up, right? Because like, how is it that this bitch got so far? Especially that first Carly, she was like rough, So how did this bitch come up? They had to like redeem her with different actresses. Is that it? Because like this Carly is like the Carly. In my opinion, she's the one who's like been the one the longest, I think. I was trying to think about... I lost it. Sorry. There's a sound and it just... I don't know. Anyway. Carly was able to like somehow get redeemed, and Nell never did. She kept doing bad shit. And I don't know if Carly kept doing bad shit or not, but like, because I don't know the story, Nell is one of those characters where like shit didn't work out for her, and her life was miserable, and she died alone, tragically. Fucking Nina says it was actually a tragic accident. She was running from the cops and she fell off a cliff. Like, oh my god. Ugh, that's rough. Like, what a way to, like... It was a tragic accident. That's where her life took her, as you can tell from her death. Couldn't have been well. Like, damn, that's scary. Like, that's where Cyrus's life went. It went scary. Laura's life could have been scary. It's like the idea haunted her, and the idea haunts Nina. Nell has always haunted Nina. Not the old Nina, because the old Nina saw her when she tried to play her, and she was like, get the fuck out of my house, I'm done with you. But this new Nina, like, they made it work because they look alike. DNA test. I'm getting tired of this. She is crazy, Nina, and I'm here for it. This is crazy talk. Is that it? Sorry, I moved on. But, like, Laura and Cyrus. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about those guys right now. She'll go have her moment with Sonny's, like, gravestone later, or she'll talk to Carly about everything, right? Sorry. I don't know how long I can do this. I would love to talk about everybody, but God, there's a lot of people to talk about. But I'm so happy to talk about it, dude. This fucking show is back. Anyway. Nina was crazy today. She said some crazy shit. She said, Carly. She's talking through her teeth. Exactly what she wanted. I'm gonna make her pay. Like, ooh, crazy Nina. I am not gonna care if this stays or goes. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna fight with it. Not gonna care about it. It's kind of like, all right, sure. Like, we knew this was gonna happen. There's just no way around it. It would have been shocking if she would have been completely understanding about it. She's not rational about her child. Nina never has been. So finding out that it's Nell and still calling her my baby girl, that tracks. Because, like, they keep telling her, like, don't forget who Nell was. And Nina's mind, which is also true, that Nell was a troubled girl who had no one, and that's probably why she was evil. She wasn't inherently evil. It was just learned behavior because she was fucked up from not having anyone and being treated so shitty. Carly's not into it. She's like, yeah, I had a hard life, but, like, I eventually got good. And, you know, people are like, yeah, Sonny and Jason like you. They're mobsters. You know, you got pregnant. Whoop-de-doo! You know, mobsters kept falling in love with her. She somehow got Jax, but, like, what are you gonna do? She slept with Rick. There, you know, AJ. Ooh, I mean, she didn't have the best taste in men, or, like, a track record on, like, how to go for them was good. I don't know. She just got. I don't know how Carly got like slipped through, and that's what Nell's problem was, and that's now going to be Nina's problem. That's what it is. How the fuck does Carly keep skating by? Nope, not this time. She straight up walked up to Jackson and was trying to, like, we need to talk now. We need to talk now. I don't care who you need to be for. I know what you did. I know what you did. She was so, like, right there at the fucking grave, girl, after crying to Nell, who was all by herself in the corner. She gave her old little plot in the back, but, like, ugh. Fucking Nell. Never. Ugh. We need a DNA test. We need a DNA test before I really start buying into, like, the idea of this becoming not a fantasy, of just, like, wanting to kill Carly in general for all of us to get played out, versus, like, a real issue for Nina to, like, get over with Carly one day, or, like, have to work through, or if we're gonna keep her. So, yeah, I'm here. It just makes me laugh, the idea of Nina being on this vengeful shit for a while, and it's not the other Nina, it's this Nina. Like, all right. Let's see where it goes. Let's let her be crazy. Valentine's gonna show up and be like, come on, you gotta chill the fuck. Come on, I know you're upset. Let's take a beat. Like, he's gonna try. This is gonna be his moment to Mac. Let's see if he gets it in. Because she's done with Jax. Ooh, she done. Ooh, she is done. Who else was not there today? Everybody. Lenny and Sunny. Guess it. Sunny had a dream about a blonde from the back, and in my opinion, it looked like Carly. The haircut looked like Carly. Did not look like Nina. So he's dreaming about his wife. Go the fuck home. I don't know if I personally think he's in Staten Island. From how the river flows and like where Jersey to New York is, that has to be. Get the fuck out of Staten. Like what? Get out. He gonna get hurt. It's rough there. I mean, it's rough in the Bronx too. It's rough in Jersey, wherever he is. It's rough everywhere. It's scary. Like his hair is white. Are they gonna keep that? He's been through it. Like there's been muggings. Like wherever he at. Like I don't think he's in Brooklyn because he would start remembering shit if he was in Brooklyn, or maybe not. He just feels at home there, right? So he's not remembering anything because it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe that's that. Chair. Yeah, he had a dream, and hopefully it continues, and he has more dreams, or he starts, pushing it and not like disregarding it, or just like not thinking about it. If he decides he doesn't want to pursue it, I don't fucking care about the storyline, because that's just dumb. Last but not least, I hope they keep the white shit in his hair. I do. I hope they let him stay natural. I hope they stop coloring that guy's hair. And let's just say he'd been through some shit. He almost died, and like his hair's all fucking white. He's gonna look old. They're not gonna freshen him up. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Okay. I'm yawning like crazy, but I can't not talk about the funeral, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 people were in that fucking set today. Y'all, can we talk about that? It was such an intimate space. I thought, man, this is real intimate as far as like who Sunny was and like the amount of people that were there and who specifically was there. It was only family, really. Like some close friends, but like close friends, pretty much family. Like it was intimate. Everybody who was like in his life at the moment was there. Sasha, I'm including her because like she really means something to Michael, and Sunny supported that. So it's just like, oh god, there's a lot of people in there. Like, but also not. I thought about it. I was like, man, this is not a lot of people. You look at it as far as like COVID numbers and just numbers in general, that's a lot of people, but just looking at it is very intimate. And there's what, guards outside? Nuts. Nobody else got to come in, which is fine. But then I started thinking this was me as I was watching the episode. I was trying to think who else should be here besides Laura. Probably Robin. Nicholas and Ava, where the fuck were they? She probably didn't want to like start any trouble. And she's, it doesn't help that she's happy. So she's gonna be with her child during this because there's no sense in her child feeling sad and having to go to Sunny's funeral. She's too young for that. So, it makes sense that she wasn't there. Nicholas doesn't need to be there because Sunny, if I'm not mistaken, like had a conversation with him a while back and was like, you and I, we're not okay. We might be family through that kid, but that's it. He was very like, we're done. Fuck you. What you did to Spencer? Nope. Or something. He was not happy. So I can think of anybody else who was supposed to really be there. yawning. The people that were there, right? The ceremony was quick. Michael still has that fucking long hair. Sasha sat by Brando after he asked. That was cute. Dante and his mother were there. Of course, she was crying the whole time. I was a little upset that this was how they mentioned Christina. She's barely on camera, and she's gonna talk like all of Sonny's kids talk, and then his wife. And the thing that she talks about was like, I was nervous coming out to my dad, but I wish I shouldn't have been. When she came out, I mean, I don't remember her coming out as saying I'm gay. I think she came out as like, well, I think she did. Because it wasn't until later that she was like, okay, I think I'm bi because I'm like I just had sex with a man, or I'm like in a relationship now, or whatever. That guy she was fucking around with after Parker. I'm glad that like they're talking about bisexuality as like, I came out, they're bringing it up, but I hope that like they're not just like identifying Christina that way. Like, oh, this is our bi character, this is our LGBT character. The only one we got, because like, where the fuck is Lucas? And so they just constantly bring it up, right? The only way, and this is the only way I'm going to be okay with it, and shout out to Sabrina Faith on her channel. She mentioned it a while back. Not a while back, but a couple weeks ago, that Christina should take over. Perfect. I was thinking it should have been Dante, because he ain't got nothing else. Stop going on right now. But fucking Christina, let's let her do it. Let her be mob queen. Like, she's not older than Jason, or she's not older than Michael, but she's not much younger either. Like a year or two, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 3. Like same age, and she had a fire today under her when she saw Brando. They did a close up of her face. She seemed pissed. She was like, "I'm not gonna say goodbye." Yeah, I want to see a mop bitch take over. That's what I want. I want. Yeah, that's what I really, really want. I want Christina, y'all, and I am okay with them screening her as a bisexual character if she just keeps fucking around with like a man and a woman, or she got them both and she like, these are her bitches, you know, these are her posse because she's mop bitch. Like, yes, I'm okay with that. She's got her honeys, you know, just tough love or something, whatever. I'm okay with that. I'm glad that Spinelli and Diane were there. Max and Milo weren't there, is what I'm saying. Her and Max are still together. Milo and Epiphany broke up. So I guess they're all keeping guard outside, is what I'm going to assume. They're all keeping guard. Yeah, the only thing I think I want to bring up. No. Yes. Okay. I do want to like. Everybody talked, but then when Carly looked at Jason, he was like, I can't. He was getting worse throughout the day. It was like watching that man turn into a puddle slowly. He didn't cry. He was just barely close every time, and I don't know. It seemed odd that like he didn't cry. He seemed so ready to, and he never did. I mean, he couldn't talk, which is of course nothing new for Jason, but to see it this way, oh, it broke my heart. I was like, dude, this guy's a puddle. Watching him, it was rough. Yeah, that's all I've got for today. I'm falling asleep. I'm fading, you guys. Look, he's already knocked out. If you have stuck with me this long, thanks for sticking. Glad to be back. Hopefully, uh, we can do this again soon. I'll get better. I swear. I worked today. I sanded. I came home at like 8:15. It's like right when it dropped Hulu, like 15 minutes after it dropped Hulu. So I like. That's not true. I showered, and then like by the time I didn't walk the dog. By the time I did everything and like watched it, it's like already 8:15. I was like, fuck, I'm draining. But I had to talk about it. So 31 minutes in. Thanks for sticking. Peace to the planet. Tip your waitresses if you're going out. Be safe. And as Lulu used to say, bye.